Wait, what is going on? I believe I have started. Yes. Okay, so I know this isn't a super popular game. It's kind of an underground game, but it's quite possibly my favorite one. I don't know about that because I also love playing GTA, but I do not have a webcam, as everyone knows. That's why you can't see my face. Even if I did have a webcam, I would be playing on Xbox or PC. However, I don't have a PC yet. But yeah, so I really like the complex mechanics of this game. And I also like a really good challenge, so that's why I have it set at the max difficulty, extremely hard. Besides that, everything else is really normal. So yeah. I did have almost max stats, 99 and everything. But as time goes on, your stats kind of drop, and then you have to train, and yeah, it gets kind of annoying. I also don't want to sacrifice very much health because this is a tag team match, and again, in extreme mode. So yeah, sorry there's noise in the background. I tried to keep everything quiet, but they're very obnoxious as always. So yeah, but I hope you can't hear that in the background. Anyways, I think it's a very fun game, and the stories, the plotting, everything that goes into it, and it's very realistic despite its cartoony appeal. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and dive in. One thing that I like about the mechanics is the exact of course, they always have these insults here. I've never wrestled this guy, but he's not that good, so let's see what I have to say about all that. I guess you're going to become a giant when you step on so I'm a little out of touch so far under my radar. That's why you haven't even got a shot at it. I'm not watching it right now. It isn't because I lost, because another friend of mine, which I don't know way of proving this, but I've been undefeated in this game. Almost 500 weeks, but it only tracked it up to 52 weeks. However many. 48. Restarts over. So one of my tactics I like to use against hard and more skilled opponents, very strong, when I say more skilled, just really skilled opponents. You might not have this issue, but it is extremely hard, so I'm not going to say it. tactic is thrown very quick. I'm actually glad I didn't raise no more than skeletons. Tag team matches. But yeah. Upset he wasn't well. It's only 2 minutes long, so sucks to you. Yeah. Also, with high popularity, if someone makes fun of you with, like that guy was doing, then it can establish them as a heel who was disliked for talking shit on a fan favorite, and vice versa. So if your popularity's not too high, you better hope that you don't say anything like that, because that's also quite random and decided by the game. I say it's random, yeah. Kinda not. Depending on your popularity, the game could, like... I don't know why I didn't get a salary for that. Oh, probably... Maybe it's because I didn't win, because no one won. But depending on your popularity, the game might choose to give you better comebacks for what they say or something. And again, there you go, you saw the review there, the wrestling review, so it's like a paper, This is a much better roster, so yes, I will absolutely love to join All-American Wrestling. If you do not select creative, so creative is like, if you select creative and they recommend a new hairstyle or a new move or something, you get to decide whether to pick those moves. Like if they say, would you like to try some new attacks, you're not going to know what they are. And if you say no and you haven't picked creative controls, they'll pretty much say too bad. You'll have to use them anyway. So like if you're finishing your front finishing move, which is where you grab them from in front of them, if it's like a tombstone power driver, it might change to it's going to change to something else. Might. Not always, but usually the special move changes. And the salary that's the weekly salary you get, how much you get paid per week. However, if you don't pick guaranteed and you're not wrestling during one of the weeks, you will not get paid that salary. If you pick guaranteed, then that means whether you're wrestling or not, you're still getting paid. And then health, I'm trying to think. I can't remember what that one was. It sounds obvious, but it does not really protect you from injury or anything. You can still get injured and they still won't do anything about it. So yeah, there was some other reason. So that's that. Everything else is pretty straightforward. This is... Listen, I'm not sure that well, that's my name, so... See, here we go. Dan Simpson. See, if I didn't pick creative controls, I'd be called Dan Simpson. And I don't know about you, but I don't like that name. So, yeah. The thing about... Yeah, you can probably see why it's popular. It has huge... Well, this is the first match I'm having here, but still, the matches here are just insane. What else is there? Strong style wrestling is probably rated above this. It goes back and forth between strong style and All-American. And sometimes United Kingdom wrestling gets way up there in the ranks. But yeah, strong style is my favorite. It's the UFC-based brand. Also, in case you couldn't tell, a lot of the characters, well, all of them are based off of real-life characters. Except for Matt Dickey. Well, no, I think he's based off the creator of the game, actually, yeah. Night Shift is The Undertaker. Hank Slogan is Hulk Hogan. Scarecrow is Sting. Libby Raider, I'm pretty sure it's China. So some of their names are random for who they're based off of. Some of them are kind of obvious, like Mac Bison, Mike Tyson, Ripper Ace, Triple H, Reddy. I don't know that one. Trojan Force is Roman Reigns. Kirk Angel is Kurt Angle. So yeah. But I'm going to 8-man tag. This is gonna be they would have to accidentally hit me or something. That's all I'm seeing there and change my focus to Oh, I didn't know that. They get pretty annoying attacks. Also, submissions can get used to instead of just like going for seconds on submissions are stamina. Yeah, the furniture in this game is but at the same time, it does like more damage. Now, if you want to do extreme mode, then I can understand playing that move if going on top to depends on the characters. Sometimes they monsters and they're trying to summon there's just all sorts of stuff that goes on. See, that should be this guy doesn't want raising my downfall here. Rip just hates me. Mike Shawshot. I did not bloody his face. Do not brand me negligent for injury, because that'll also do that. I don't know why it did that. Sometimes your attitude will improve with fights. Your attitude also improves if you agree to certain things, but you also have to, like, say no to certain things. It's just, yeah. Your happiness, if it's really high up, then that's, allows you to perform to your best ability. If you have a really low happiness of like 50%, sometimes even with really high skill and strength and everything, you will perform poorly because your character won't want to be there, which is insane that they can think like that because, well, they're video game characters. So yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty cool. So do you want to see me play this game some more? Then be sure to like and subscribe for more content, but yeah, that concludes this game. So